through the arch, and they should be along in just a few minutes. So if everyone could find your seats, please, and make sure that the aisles are cleared for them. Just a couple of things again. I think we had some maps that we sent out just for safety reasons. If everybody knows where the exits are, there are water stations here. If anybody feels faint at all or you need medical assistance, we have lots of ushers and other folks around who can help you. So I hope it's a great morning for everyone, and congratulations.
way to say that. Friends, let us pray. Beautiful is the day, O God, that is lived in the promise of your creativity and imagination. We are grateful indeed for this beautiful day and the promise it holds. We thank you for this place, this College of Wooster, for its past and future and this present moment, for its geography and architecture, its cadences and ethos, for its people, faculty and administrators, trustees and alums, for those who care for the grounds and prepare food, office and building staff, for all who make this place the community it is. And we thank you for this class of 2018, for their good journey, for family and friends who have encircled them with love, and for all in this community who have nurtured them along the way. For this group of learners and citizens, we are grateful indeed. Be with them today. Bless them. Their accomplishments matter and will continue to matter in a world hungry for what they have to share. May their Wooster experiences and relationships abide as they pivot now to what's next, learning and work and service. Keep them resilient and hopeful, courageous and compassionate in their vocational journey. As they find their place in the universe, use every ounce of their gifts, grow in grace and knowledge, and live into, day by day, their one wild and precious life. We pray with urgency for our world and its healing, renewing our commitment to justice and reconciliation. And we pray with hope this day, O God, and with a deep sense of gratitude and joy and love. Amen.
Good morning and welcome. Thank you so much, Reverend Wilkinson, for your greeting. Welcome to the 148th Commencement exercises at the College of Wooster. It is a tremendous pleasure to be with all of you today, faculty, staff, students, families, friends, as we celebrate the remarkable achievements of Wooster's class of 2018 and send them off into the futures that they will make. Class of 2018, you have done remarkable things over your 4 years here, and we will honor those today. But first, let's take a moment to acknowledge those who have helped you arrive at this moment. My deepest thanks go to the Wooster faculty and staff who work so hard and who bring so much wisdom and care to supporting the learning and the thriving of all students. Faculty and staff, would you please rise so we can thank you? This year, we have 6 faculty members who are retiring after superb careers at Wooster. Each of them have given so much to our students. So I'd like to just say their names so we can honor them today. Nancy Grace, Professor of English. Terry Prendergast, Professor of English. Mary Addis, Professor of Spanish. Barbara Burnell, Professor of Economics. Gary Gilland, Professor of Psychology, and Dale Seeds, Professor of Theater. My deepest thanks to all of you on behalf of everyone here at Wooster and on behalf of the many generations of students whose lives you have changed. I wish you all the best for the journey ahead. And last, but very much not least in this line of thanks, I would like to thank the families of the class of 2018 for bringing us these wonderful young people who have graced our community and who have left this college a better place than they found it. for all that you have done to help these students succeed here. Will the families of our graduates please stand so that we can thank you? So, seniors, the things you have done at Wooster are marvelous. You have taken our breath away with the power, the beauty, the intellect, the insight and determination, and the heart and creativity of your work over and over again. And while you are all scholars, you have also been crucial and engaged citizens of our community as well. Your support and care for one another in times of loss as well as celebration, and your investment in one another so deeply, your investment in one another's success and joy have been powerful. Thank you for your deep engagement and hard work to make Wooster become an even better place. You have faced and addressed challenging issues in ways that are well-informed and respectful, listening to one another while also holding true to your values and to your moral center. Your leadership has mattered here, and it will continue to matter in the world you will enter tomorrow. It's an honor to be a part of the shining community that you have created here at Wooster, and we are certain that you will continue to be beacons in the communities you join after graduation. You are now poised to commence in the finest way, armed with knowledge and wisdom and with curiosity about the world and with tools to understand it from a wide range of viewpoints. We are so excited to see what you will do next because you have taken all that you brought here from home, your passions, your faiths, your values, your languages, your traditions, your understandings and talents and perspectives, and you have mixed them with the remarkable learning and exploration that you've done here, in the classroom, in activities on campus, in fellowships and internships and connections with the Wooster community, and of course, in your independent studies. And that is a potent mixture. It's one that prepares you to make a powerful and positive impact in our world. So whether you end up pursuing one thing with ever more depth across the decades or ranging across a wild range of fields of endeavor, you will certainly draw on every part of your Wooster education over time. And I know you're thinking, really every part, like that one class that I kind of took by mistake? So I'm here to say yes. It might not be until your very last week on the job, maybe decades from now, that you'll see that one last class, the one that met really early in the morning, the one you didn't exactly mean to take, the one you're still not sure about. That will come into focus. I promise you, all of that learning will end up mattering to the person that you are and to the life that you live. And I am certain that you will be catalysts for crucial work on the most important challenges of our time, and that your lives will be lives of consequence. It will be an honor for all of us to watch them unfold. And no matter how far you travel as you undertake your life's work, you will always be part of this family, the family of Scots. There's an old blessing which says, "May the wind always be at your back." And although I hope that's true for all of you, I don't need to give you that blessing because each of you already has something even better and something more reliable. You will always have the many generations of Wooster Scott alumni who have made this college and your education here possible. You will always have that family at your back. They stand ready to help you along life's every path. And we will always welcome you back to Wooster. We hope that you will stay in touch with us and with the generations of Scots who will follow you, and you will in turn make their journeys possible. So now I'd like to turn to some senior awards. Members of this remarkable class received many prizes at the Senior Awards ceremony on Saturday, and these are listed in the program. But for the moment, I would like to call your attention particularly to 2 awards. The first is the Dan F. Lockhart Outstanding Senior Award, which honors the memory of Dan Forrest Lockhart, class of 1974, and is awarded to seniors who have made outstanding contributions to the life of the college. It also recognizes high academic achievement, participation in extracurricular activities, and demonstrated leadership in campus affairs. This year's Lockhart winner is Jack Alton Marasek. Jack, could you stand so we can honor you? The Jonas O. Notestein Prize was established in 1923 to honor Dr. Notestein, who taught Greek and Latin at Wooster from 1873 to 1928. It's awarded to the student with the highest academic standing in the class, and this year we recognize 6 students, all of whom have achieved 4.0 GPAs over the course of all 4 years. Please stand so that we may recognize you. Jeffrey James Carney Nisley, Meg Ito. You can stay standing. Stay up. There you go. Excellent. Alina Marie Karapanzic, Avi Vajpayee, Emily Rose Velichka, and Anna Kathleen Woos. Congratulations to all of you. Now 2 seniors who are exceptional scholars and citizens will offer their reflections. Dana Smith and Avi Vajpayee. Dana is an English major from Vermilion, Ohio. She's a writer and a singer and a deeply engaged member of the campus community. She's the winner of the Larry Stewart Prize in Literature and the president of Sigma Tau Delta, the English Honor Society. Her senior independent study received the Waldo H. Dunn Prize for Best Critical IS in the English department. She's an accomplished singer. In fact, you may have heard her singing just one of those things yesterday. And Dana has been a member as well of the Wooster Chorus and 2 of our a cappella groups, Round of Monkeys and After These Messages. Dana has also made connections within and beyond the city of Wooster throughout her 4 years. She participated in the Poverty Outreach and Community Breakfast Program House, worked as an English department assistant, and is a member of the senior class committee. Dana studied abroad in Copenhagen and last summer worked with Main Street Vermilion, her hometown, as an Apex Fellow. After graduation, Dana says she plans to finally relax by working at her summer job at the beach, volunteering at a nonprofit, traveling, and reading for fun. But somehow it seems like the relaxing part is not going to last that long for Dana. She also plans to attend graduate school for international education and will apply for a Fulbright scholarship in the fall. Our second speaker will be Avi Vajpayee. Avi is a physics and computer science double major from Calcutta, India, who took full advantage of the opportunities Wooster offers for students to work with faculty members on research, beginning with a project in the spring of his first year here, and then 2 sophomore research projects and 3 summer research projects, including 1 at Caltech. All that was before his senior independent study, of course. And he has presented his research at regional and national meetings of the American Physical Society. Avi has also been an engaged member of our Wooster community. He competes with Wooster's track and field team and is part of the South Asia Committee, the robotics, physics, table tennis, and salsa clubs as well. This year, he may dance for you, you can ask. He created a game jam which brought students who were artists and writers together with those who were computer science majors to create the visual and narrative arcs for video games. This summer, Avi will be applying to graduate programs in Australia, where he hopes to do gravitational wave research. So our first speaker will be Dana, and then Avi will follow. Welcome, Dana.
Thank you so much, President Bolton, for that introduction. I forgot how much I did on this campus. And I'd like to also thank Sally and Angela and all the incredible volunteers and committee members who made today possible. I think that we are glad we're inside today, looking around. So, and for all, of course, all of the class of 2018. And Dad, here's your very specific shout out you asked for in this speech. So when I found out I was going to be giving this speech, I had to try and think about what part of my Wooster experience I most wanted to capture. What did I actually care about, and what did everyone in the audience actually want to listen to for 5 minutes? Because I know what you're all thinking right now. I have a reservation at Broken Rots at 1 o'clock, and I'm not missing it, so this girl had better be under 5 minutes. So I promise I'll do my best. So everyone in my life knows that I love 5 things. Well, I love more than 5 things, but mostly these 5 things. Denmark, cats, Lowry Spanakopita, buying books, and most importantly, my family. So it's perhaps unsurprising that when I found out my sister Jenna was coming here, I immediately told literally everyone, I can't wait for her to experience life here. She's going to get to experience Wooster on the cusp of serious change, and I can't wait to see how she gets involved and in the middle of all of that. I can't wait to see how she changes and grows and doesn't even realize it. So Jenna, there are a few things I'd like to say to you before you come here. We come from a very small, very homogeneous town, and Wooster has challenged everything I've ever been taught or told was right. I'm not the same woman I was in August of 2014, hugging my parents goodbye in front of Douglas Hall. And honestly, thank goodness for that. You, Jenna, are already so different than the person I was as a first-year student. You are like so many of the people I've met here today that I'm looking out over in the class of 2018. Strong, independent, willful, perseverant, persistently curious and prodding and questioning the way things are, refusing to settle, knowing things can be better. Wooster is not always what you expect it to be. And me, with my color-coded notes and planner and obsession with plans and time and details, it took me a long time to realize this. Wooster is not always perfect. It is stressful and exhausting and overwhelming, and you will reach points where you cry into your pillow pet and call your mom or your best friend and need to take a break from it all. You will pull at least one, if not more, all-nighters. You will catch the Wooster plague twice a year. There will be a point where you walk into Lowry and realize that you have had cereal for the last 5 meals. You inevitably will have 2 exams, 4 papers, and a group presentation for which one of the members has done nothing, all in 1 week, and for some reason the Wi-Fi is also not working. But I promise it's worth it, because the relationships you form here will be unlike any you've ever had before. That ultimately, I think, is what sets Wooster apart from anywhere else I've ever been. So I hope you find your people and realize that they may not end up being the ones you spend the whole first semester of your first year with, and that's okay. They may come out of nowhere or from a friend crush that you both finally act on, because here at Wooster we're really good at saying, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to be your friend, can we be friends? Okay, we're friends now. And then you have a best friend, and it's really confusing, but it works. You'll find your group of humans, and you'll experience more love and compassion and understanding than you thought was ever possible. I hope you figure out sooner than I did that it's okay to ask for help sometimes, that you don't have to do it all by yourself, and that these people, the ones you find, will be the ones to help you through every hardship, heartbreak, and disappointment. I hope you befriend Al and he learns your name, and that you'll have the chance to sit at Kittredge and talk with him, and he'll give you sometimes a clip, and that's exciting. And I hope you invent a Lowry food hack that you like, and Marjorie Shamp features it in This Week in Campus Dining. And I hope you find a musical group you love, or maybe a service program house that lets you connect with the community, or play intramural volleyball, or join Ultimate Frisbee, or just find some group that finally makes you feel like you have a home. I hope you change your mind about your major at least 7 times and refuse to settle for anything less than what you're absolutely passionate about. And I hope your experience here is absolutely everything and nothing like mine. I hope you learn how to be a good ally, because you will learn to understand that while your voice is important, oftentimes there are others who are much more qualified to speak about their experiences than you. And you will learn to listen to them, to learn from them, to do what you can to love and support them, and not let injustice win. because the people you meet here will challenge you every day to be better, to learn, to grow, to think more critically about what you think you know. And I hope that knowing these people that you will inevitably meet here at Wooster will give you the courage to say something. Because most of all, Wooster will teach you that you have a voice and show you everything that is wrong with our world, and it will make you want to fight it, to take hold of the hate and hypocrisy and burn it to the ground. And I hope that's what you do, Green Bean. So, my love, I hope that your time at Wooster is not like anything that you expect. I hope that for all of you as you go out into the world today, actually, I hope that each day challenges, excites, and surprises you, and that you never stop learning, growing, and changing in the most unexpected ways possible. And I think that we can all agree, for better or for worse, that this school has prepared us for that, and to go into the world and use our voices to change it for the better. Thank you.
As a boy who grew up in Kolkata, India, I would have never thought that I would have been able to do just what I did. Skating was only something for Marty McFly. Coming to Wooster made me realize that even I was capable of learning how to skate. Coming to Wooster made me realize that my independent study would help me contribute to humanity. Before I begin, if anyone finds my cow card, can you drop it in my mailbox? I actually did drop it somewhere, and I need to move out. I'd like to thank my professors, my friends, my family, and especially my mom. She's flown halfway across the world to celebrate this weekend and to decorate my cap. Ma, I know I didn't call you as often as I should have these past 4 years, but every morning I thank you because I know that I am the person I am because of you. Well, class of 2018, we've made it. We have survived IS. We have also survived the terrifying 2 minutes of power outage of 2017. R.I.P. Squirrel. The great floods of Andrews Galt Library, and the rise and fall of Yikyak. We've even made it through IS orals, something that I've been pretty nervous about ever since my first year here at Wooster, when I heard about grueling stories from upperclassmen. So before I get into IS orals, I'd like to talk a bit about our first year at Wooster, which is kind of like learning how to ride a skateboard. Initially, when you get on a skateboard, it can feel pretty chaotic and somewhat terrifying. The landscape around you seems to guide the skateboard rather than you doing the steering. I remember the start of freshman year feeling like this. I had absolutely no idea what was going on. In fact, during international orientation, I was so confused with everything that I managed to lose my way while walking from Bornheater to Lowry. Eventually, a kind cashier at Drug Mart, who seemed very concerned, gave me some directions. Yeah, I was a pretty confused individual my first year. I kind of had an idea that I wanted to study neuroscience, but I wasn't sure. But then, at Arch, a professor helped me pick classes. He mentioned that as a neuroscience major, I'd have to take physics at some point. So after talking to some people at Arch, I registered for Physics 111. Wooster's environment nudged me towards a path, and this guidance ended up being exactly what I needed. I really loved the introphysics classes and labs. I also really struggled in them, but that only made me enjoy the subject even more. Very quickly, these classes helped me realize that I wanted to study physics and computer science instead of neuroscience. Sorry, technical error. Okay. The hours I struggled with friends on homework sets eventually paid off. I was able to get a summer research opportunity in the physics department here at the college with Dr. Susan Lehman. She's been a tremendous help my entire time here. I read the acceptance email during a sociology class and masked my whoop of excitement with a bout of coughing. I thought it was pretty subtle and slick at containing my happiness, but right after class, a classmate asked me why I was smiling so much when we were having a class on gender inequality in America. I guess that could look a little bad. By the time our class reached sophomore year, we were all getting the hang of steering our skateboards and choosing the environments to roll towards. We got more involved with clubs, became better at getting ready for class in 10 minutes, and found the best places to study on campus. And I'm proud to say that I managed to memorize Lowry's location in the GPS of my brain. What I also find amazing about Wooster is that it has exposed me to so much more than just academics. I had never run track before coming to college, yet the coaches and the track team readily accepted me. I was able to join different clubs and eat meals with people from all over the world, from Paraguay, Lebanon, Nepal, Brazil, and China, sometimes even at the same table. I have been so grateful for having the chance to speak to so many people from such diverse backgrounds on a daily basis these past 4 years. By the end of our sophomore year, each of us even figured out our majors. I think this was one of the most incredible steps in our journey here. And just like that, we became upperclassmen. At this point, we knew where we were going. We began guiding our skateboards with complete control. We became such pros that we even knew when to avoid the long lines in Lowry during admissions. The experience we gained and the courses we took helped us choose the areas we felt passionately about for our junior and senior independent studies. For me, the area I wanted to investigate was the study of criticality. I worked on creating a simulation of an avalanching system, which is actually a continuation of my freshman year research with Dr. Lehman. What I find ridiculously awesome about this system is that this is a simple system, but with it we can understand much more complex phenomena such as real-size avalanches, forest fires, and econ majors, even stock markets. Who would have thought physics? Through IS, all of us were able to take what we learned and direct our skateboards towards previously unexplored areas and push the boundaries of our fields just a little further. And now, back to IS orals. If we compare this to our skateboard analogy, orals are kind of like the X Games. None of us were too keen to participate, but we also wanted the opportunity to show off what we'd learned and found to our mentors. Before my orals, I was super nervous. I thought about the stories I heard from the previous year's survivors. Then, I complained to everyone how frustrating it was that the physics department was so extra. Orals for the physics department last for 2 hours. Yeah, right? Not just that. In addition to our first and second readers, the entire physics faculty is present, sitting there, staring at you. But, yeah, so all my physics professors were sitting in front of me, waiting for me to talk about my work. But all of them were smiling. And as soon as I saw them smiling, I felt good. I realized that this might actually be fun. Yeah, I know that sounds kind of weird, but I think that orals was my favorite experience here at the college. I could tell that all my professors were listening to me, and just by that itself, I felt that my work had value. I felt so energized and honored, and our professors at Wooster are amazing individuals. They're willing to give us so much of their time, and not just during orals, but countless hours outside class, including playing some softball games. I played a softball game like 2 weeks ago with a professor from the archaeology department. It's amazing. I think that this is, without hesitation, I can say that this is something unique to Wooster. And I'm proud of that. My professors of the physics department have not only helped me find my passion, they've helped me figure out the kind of person I aspire to be. I think Wooster does this for each and every one of us. Whether it be a coach, a professor, a friend, or Al from Dining Services. Each is helping guide us on our path. Due to this close environment here at Wooster, we have learned more about ourselves and how we aspire to grow and change. Before I close, I'd like for us to reflect for a moment. If you look over the course of human existence, we see flashpoints of change driven by people who seek information and knowledge, challenging existing belief systems to further ethical and scientific progress. Class of 2018, the three hopes I have for our class are that first, we be the flashpoints of change, and we continue to push the boundaries of knowledge like we've done for IS. Second, we impact the life of at least one person, like the professors and coaches have done for us. And finally, we need to teach someone how to skate. Also, since this is the track field, I'd like for all of you to get up, and we're gonna have a team huddle. Come on. All right, get up. Scots on 3. 1, 2, 3, Scots!
Dr. Heron Claffey, would you please come to the podium?
President Bolton, it is my privilege to present Dr. Betsy Hearn Claffey for the degree Doctor of Humane Letters. Betsy Hearn Claffey is an influential author, scholar, and teacher in the field of children's literature, as well as a proud Wooster alumna. After receiving her bachelor's degree in history from Wooster, she began her career as a librarian and storyteller at the Wayne County Public Library. Went on to earn a master's and doctorate from the Graduate Library School of the University of Chicago, served as an editor of Book List, and taught at the University of Illinois. She has written more than a dozen children's books, including Eli's Ghost, winner of the Carl Sandburg Award in 1988, and 7 Brave Women, which won the Jane Addams Children's Book Award in 1998. She has also won the National Teaching Award from the Association for Library and Information Science Educators and has served as chair of the American Library Association's Caldecott Award Committee. In conferring an honorary degree on Betsy Hearn Claffey, the college is honoring her service, scholarship, and contributions to children's literature. President Bolton, I present Dr. Elizabeth Betsy Hearn Claffey.
Thank you so much, Provost Newton. By a vote of the faculty and the Board of Trustees of the College of Wooster and by the authority granted to me by the state of Ohio, I confer upon you, Betsy Hearn Claffey, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations. Dr. Schilling, would you join us at the podium, please?
Would you like to come here? President Bolton, it is my privilege to present Dr. W.A. Hayden Schilling for the degree Doctor of Humane Letters. Hayden Schilling joined the faculty of the College of Wooster in the Department of History in 1964, and over the 50 years that followed, he taught, mentored, and coached thousands of Wooster students and advised hundreds of independent study projects. His courses on Cromwell and the English Revolution, Hitler and the Nazi State, and the English Country House were perennial favorites. And in 2005, he was named Outstanding Baccalaureate Professor of the Year by the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching and the Council for the Advancement and Support of Education. I am told that at the banquet in Washington, D.C., at which the award was presented, this was one of the few occasions on which Hayden seemed almost at a loss for words. In addition to his teaching and scholarship, Hayden served as head men's tennis coach for 34 years and was a 5-time NCAC Coach of the Year. He served as chair of the history department twice, from 1974 to 1976, and again from 2001 to 2004. Dean of admissions twice for a total of 11 years, and acting vice president for academic affairs twice. He created and was director of the Wooster Youngstown Early Intervention Program from 1990 to 2015. He also served on the inauguration committees for 3 presidents. In conferring an honorary degree on Hayden Schilling, the college is honoring his work as a scholar, administrator, and coach, and above all, for a half-century of extraordinary teaching and mentorship of Wooster students. President Bolton, I present Dr. Hayden Schilling.
Thank you, Provost Newton. By vote of the faculty and the Board of Trustees of the College of Wooster, and by the authority granted to me by the state of Ohio, I confer upon you, W.A. Hayden Schilling, the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Congratulations. It's now my tremendous pleasure to welcome our commencement speaker for today, Dr. Eboo Patel. Dr. Patel is an extraordinary person whose interfaith work builds dialogue and connections in powerful ways. Dr. Patel was recently named by CNN as one of the most influential Muslim Americans for his groundbreaking work as a founder and president of the Interfaith Youth Corps, a Chicago-based nonprofit organization that brings young people of different faiths together through service and through dialogue. Since 2002, the Interfaith Youth Corps has partnered with dozens of American colleges and universities to help students and educators explore worldview diversity around them, and to come together in a way that reflects and respects different religious identities, building relationships across difference. This work has a multiplier effect. By guiding thousands of students in these important and difficult conversations, IFYC plants seeds for similar conversations and for deeper understanding in the workplaces and communities where these students land throughout their lives after graduation. Dr. Patel is a Rhodes Scholar who earned a doctorate in the sociology of religion from the University of Oxford and was a member of President Barack Obama's Advisory Council on Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships. He is the author of 5 books, including Acts of Faith, The Story of an American Muslim, The Struggle for the Soul of a Generation, which won the Louisville Graumeyer Award for Religion in 2010. In that year, Dr. Patel also spoke here at the College of Wooster as part of the Spring Academy of Religion series, and it gives me tremendous pleasure to welcome him back to our campus today. Welcome, Dr. Patel.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's called Two Futures. I think it was the 10,000th time that my mother put a meal on the table for which she did not get properly thanked, that gave rise to a moment of volcanic parental clarity. Do you think this food just cooks itself? Do you think that because the ingredients exist in the kitchen, that they just magically jump into the pot? It was an early lesson in how the world works. Nothing just happens. People make things happen. We call those people leaders. At the Grotto at Notre Dame University, the university that brought my family to the United States, I watched my father cup his hands in Muslim prayer. Wanting to skip this ritual and get into the football stadium faster, I asked, should Muslims really be praying in front of a Catholic shrine, showing off my Islamic knowledge at 11 years old? My dad gestures to the glow of candles in the stone cove and says, remember, the Quran describes God as light upon light. There will always be differences. A leader chooses to look for the resonances. During a pickup football game at Panfish Park in Glen Ellen, Illinois, where I grew up, a high school classmate runs by and shouts, "Jordan's at the Village Links." We booked it to the 18th hole and stood there with several dozen others watching as the best basketball player in human history walked up the green. We're never going to meet him with all these people around, I thought to myself. He'll just wave and head to his car. And then it struck me. He couldn't leave without his car. A friend and I quietly snuck away and made for the VIP parking lot where Jordan's red Ferrari sat gleaming in the afternoon sun. After about 15 minutes, through the trees, we spotted a golf cart. A moment later, the Emperor was in our midst. I approached gingerly, stuck out a small brown hand, and said in a shaky voice, "Mr. Jordan, thank you for being such a great role model to all us kids." I didn't wash the hand for a week. That night, I lay in bed and thought to myself, all these grown folk at the 18th hole, and it was this 14-year-old kid who thought, we ought to wait by Jordan's car. A leader has to trust himself. When I was in college, I became a hair on fire activist. There was good reason for this. They teach you things in college that they don't teach you in high school. Dangerous knowledge. I took some of that personally. You mean Christopher Columbus started planning the murder of Native Americans as soon as he laid eyes on them? And we give this guy a holiday? You mean I went through 4 years of honors high school literature and I can count the black and female writers I read on one hand? I would make up for these past injustices with my rage. I would be in your face. If you weren't angry like me, I told you you weren't paying attention. If you spoke about the problem of racism, I yelled at you for ignoring sexism. If you acknowledged sexism was a problem, I got mad that you didn't use the more potent word misogyny. During a Thursday morning seminar on the Latino experience in America, I scolded my classmates for not talking enough about Asian Americans. I watched them visibly shift away from me. Some folded their arms, others shook their heads. The professor called me up after class and said to me in a calm and gentle voice, "You know, Ibu, people would pay more attention to your points if you didn't come across as such a jerk." A leader better learn to listen to others. When I graduated, my goal was to do something good in the world. Turns out, it's harder than it sounds. I sent out resumes, I made phone calls, not even a nibble. A friend told me about an education program near the Humboldt Park neighborhood, where kids who had dropped out of high school could return and get their GEDs. The entire teaching staff was leaving. That job's got my name on it, I thought to myself. I called and called. Nobody picked up the phone. I took the train and went there in person. I knocked on the principal's office door, told her that I was interested in the teaching position. "I can't talk to you today," she said, and pointed to all the people milling about. "It's graduation." She disappeared into the gym. Graduation, I thought to myself. What better way to get to know a school and its community than witnessing graduation? 2 hours later, when it was over and I was leaving, I felt a tap on my shoulder. It was the principal. "You're still here?" I got that job. A leader has to learn you can't phone it in. It's not good enough to just show up. If you want to make an impact, you do more. You stay through graduation. When I started doing interfaith work in the late 1990s, I noticed that most of the people involved were senior religious leaders who spent most of their time talking about theology and organizing ceremonies. I started agitating for more social action, younger energy. Somehow I thought that telling other people what to do counted as work. I even confused it for impact. Frankly, I'm a little embarrassed about that now. I think the world belongs to the leader, not the critic, the builder, not the scolder. You shouldn't be a judge in a Food Network show if you've never managed a kitchen. I'm glad that at that time, somebody believed in me enough to say, you can either be disappointed that this organization never fully embodies your vision and feel self-righteous about all the brilliant ideas you have that people aren't listening enough to, or you can have the courage of your convictions and go build your ideas yourself. And in that moment, the various leadership lessons of my life, Jordan at the golf course, staying through graduation, they were like separate shards of glass forming themselves into a magic window through which I discerned two futures. Was I going to be the guy constantly finding fault with what other people were building? Or was I going to build something myself? Teddy Roosevelt had something to say about this. It's not the critic who counts. The credit belongs to the person in the arena whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who knows the great devotions, and if he or she fails, at least they fail daring greatly. The future you choose has consequences not for your life, but I think actually for the future of our country. See, right now, more than anything, we need people who dare to build bridges. In an era of polarization, it is instinctive to focus on protecting the people we regard as our own, to strengthen our bunkers and nurture suspicion of anyone outside of it. But a diverse democracy characterized by multiple communities strengthening their respective bunkers, sharpening their various weapons, is a nation heading for civil war. The essential structure in a diverse democracy is the bridge. We need bridges between people who love NASCAR and who love the NBA, between Whole Foods America and Cracker Barrel America, between fans of Fox News and watchers of MSNBC, between regular Sunday churchgoers and those who will begin fasting tomorrow depending on the sighting of the moon, between worshipers of Beyonce and those who identify with Bruce Springsteen. You see, diversity work isn't principally about embracing more of the identities we like. It's about engaging positively with the differences we don't like. The purpose of the bridge is to connect you with people that you don't instinctively view as your own. Those bridges don't fall from the sky. People build them. One of the great bridge builders in American history gave one of his most remarkable speeches on this subject in 1858 in the city where I was raised, Chicago. It was a time of ugly anti-Catholic sentiment in a nation that still allowed the egregious sin of slavery, that was wary of immigrants, tempted to revert back to defining itself along ancestral lines like every other nation that had gone before. Abraham Lincoln stood before an audience and addressed the question, who belongs? Who counts as an American? Here was his answer. Whoever you are and wherever you come from, if you hold with the ideals of the ones who drafted the Declaration of Independence, that all people are created equal, then you have a right to claim it as if you were, quote, blood of the blood and flesh of the flesh of the men who wrote that declaration. And so we all are. There are eras in which this dream has principally been endangered from without. We live in a time when it is principally threatened from tribalism within. But every lament holds within it the seeds of opportunity. So will you seize your moment? Will you be a generation of leaders and bridge builders committed to the ideal beautifully expressed by Aimé Césaire, that there is room for all at the rendezvous of victory? Jazakallahu khair. Thank you.
President Bolton, it is my honor. Is this on? President Bolton, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts for December 31st, 2017.
Would the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts for December 31st, 2017, please come forward?
Lauren Emily Burke. Mariah Ann Cluse, cum laude. Alexandros Theodoro Ehrlich. In absentia. Robert Henry Gates. Noah Charles Hibbard. Matthew John Kelly. Luke Henning Kozowatz. Delisa Naomi Medley. Kuala Leitu Nguyen. Summa cum laude. President Bolton, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts for May 14th, 2018.
Would the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts for May 14th, 2018, please come forward?
Lauren Kristen Abbott. Amina Bassam Abashari, cum laude. Leighton Bayless Albrecht. Evelina Sophie Margarita Alex. Ashkan Mirza Alikhani. Jerry Anderson Altamar. Kwabina Adu Amponsa. Roger H. An. Maria Teresa Atala, summa cum laude. James Peter Austin. Stuart Thomas Ayers. John Thomas Botcher. Amadou Ba. John Cho Bai, cum laude. Malachi Lee Bailey, cum laude in absentia. Alexandra Remy Baptiste. Ethan Nicholas Barham. Eric William Barroso. William Cassidy Bates, cum laude. Samuel David Broadway Bauman, cum laude. Robert Jessen Beal, magna cum laude. Aisha Marie Beasley, presented by her mother. Jennifer Renee Beckley, magna cum laude. Sarah Mia Beckstrom, summa cum laude. Anjay Singh Badesra. Brandon Blake Bell, summa cum laude. Titas Kumar Bera, cum laude. Diana Claire Bickmore, magna cum laude. Savannah Vaughn Binion, summa cum laude. Elise Kathleen Black. Anna Louise Blake. Alexander Scott Bloom. Katerina Bachler, magna cum laude. Tracy Letha Bosley. Trevor Jason Bowden. Mary Hannah Elizabeth Boyer. Rachel Elizabeth Brandon, cum laude. Madeleine Ann Braver. William Thomas Brethel, Jr. Ian Harwood Brim. Emma Bowyen Brinton, magna cum laude. Philip Stoddard Brockelman III. Aiden Elaine Brown, magna cum laude. Madison Cleary Brown, magna cum laude. Nathan Mark Brownstein, cum laude. Meredith Rose Brew. Angelica Lisa Bukowski, cum laude. Benjamin Brady Bunnell. Rachel Frances Berger. Brandon William Berkey, cum laude. Molly Ann Campbell. John Thomas Cancalosi. Samuel Jacob Carlson. Anne Elizabeth Carney, cum laude. Jeffrey James Carney Nicely, summa cum laude. Eve Megrady Cottle. Junyi Chen, summa cum laude. Tylene Chen. Brandy Jane Clark. Dante Jaleel Claybrooks. Maxwell Allen Clement. Caroline Alice Click. Hannah Llewellyn Coble. Max Abram Cohen. Emily Marie Caldwell. Sarah Madison Comstock. Jane Martin Connard. Catherine Therese Connors, cum laude. Macy Elena Conrad, magna cum laude. Alondra Correa. Michael Neil Craigmile. Aiden Matthew Crow. Gabriel Joseph Delgado, magna cum laude. Samantha Marie Davis. Nan Carolyn Danette, cum laude. Eleanor Ross DiPestino, cum laude. Soham Desai. Marina Diaz Lucena Adams, summa cum laude. Thomas Alexander Di Filippo, cum laude. Pagona Nitsa Duda. Christopher Adam Dukic. Claire Marie Dunwoody, cum laude. Martinique Vivian Edie. Chavez Demario Eccles. Campbell Michael Elliott. Sierra Desba Gani Elrod. Helena Jackson Enders, cum laude. Zachary John Ingfer, cum laude. Carrie Shao Han Everson. Theodora Lynn Evinger. Lindsay Jean Fannin, cum laude. Catherine Jane Farr, magna cum laude. Eric Douglas Fenton. Ashley Renee Ferguson, cum laude. Sydney Rose Fine, magna cum laude. Sierra Jean Fletcher, magna cum laude in absentia. Jacob Andrew Fling. Christopher Michael Freed, cum laude. Cameron Gates Friedman. Bridget Catherine Kalauner. Nancy Garzon. Vincent Louis Gauther, magna cum laude. Clayton James Guide, magna cum laude. Danica Ray Jenners, magna cum laude. Colleen Elizabeth Gilfeather, cum laude. Jack Ryan Gilio. Joseph Tristan Gonzalez, cum laude. Arabella Christiana Goodrich, cum laude. Mionias Desiree Goodwin, cum laude. Alexandria Monet Gordon. Kevin Heath Gould. Amy Louise Graham, cum laude. Ethan Morris Green, cum laude. Cheyenne Jeanette Gregg. Virginia Caitlin Grohl. Bridget Ann Gross, cum laude. Michelle Elizabeth Gross-Stefano, cum laude. William Keegan Grothaus. Christopher William Gumfer. Amy Ruth Hagedorn. Nicholas Kaipo Hagopian Zirkle. Eleni Calliope Alimu. Alec David Hammond. Camille Marie Haynes, cum laude. Ryan Leighton Harms. Jalen Bramon Oliver Harney. Haley Marie Hartman, magna cum laude. Margaret Flynn Heller, cum laude. Thomas Dale Helsall. Colin Joseph Hendershot. Timothy Rankin Herring, cum laude. John Kiefer Hessler, in absentia. Grace Nicole Hodges. Rebecca Avinas Hotz, cum laude. Ceci Layefa Wezuyaden. Dmitry Alexander Hubenka. Grant Philip Hudson. Sarah Lynn Huffman, summa cum laude. Desmond Patrick Hughes, Jr. Jinhee Ha. Peter Barry Hurst. Emily Jane Huxtable. Jack Thomas Hyman. Sydney Alexandra Irias. Megu Ito, summa cum laude. Hannah Louise Jackson. Colby Thomas Jeffries, summa cum laude. Vedika Abhijan Jha. Cole Robert Jimerson. Patrick Thomas Johnson. Darius Rashad Jones. Mingu Kong, magna cum laude. Alina Marie Karapanzich, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Nicole Keller, cum laude. Tara Michelle Keller. Brendan Patrick Kelly. Jamie Christine Kenyon. Jordan and Kindiger, magna cum laude. Kylie Lynn Kennard, summa cum laude. Hannah Grace Kaiser, presented by President Emeritus Stan Hales. Ksenia Josephine Klug, cum laude. Maite Amia Nor Evans. Justin Sylvain Conan. Samuel Faray Kuhn. Margaret Elizabeth Cook. Mansi Kumar, cum laude. Benjamin William Kumpf. Catherine Burden Kosmishin, magna cum laude. Christina Haney Labib. Tyler Dodge LaCroix. Nicole Elizabeth LaPerna. Jennifer Ashley Lotsko, magna cum laude. Michaela Grace Lawrence. Maggie Collins Lade. Lin Fung Lei. Georgina Marie Legierski. Laura Caroline Leventhal, cum laude. Jason Charles Lilly. Heather Christine Lockhart Neff, presented by her mother. Catherine Ann Lockwood, magna cum laude. Andrew Hatton Long. Catherine Johnson Longo, cum laude. Colleen Marie Lopez, cum laude. Catherine Joy Lucero. Stephen Thomas Lumeta, magna cum laude in absentia. Eduardo Talentino Luna. Catherine Lee Leiden. Austin Gaines Maffei, summa cum laude. Austin. Sonia Malik. Catherine Marie Mandich, summa cum laude. Kaylee Elaine Marks. George Lorimer Marn, cum laude. John Otten Marisek, cum laude. Clark Ariel Martin. Taylor Elise Matthews. Thomas Edward Matlack, cum laude. Kamiko Rebecca McBride. John Chandler McCall. Paige Elizabeth McKean, cum laude. Kyle Allen McNichol. Cheyenne Tanae McQueen. Christopher Sean Menelacino. Vincent Kyle Meredith. Jack Sebastian Mershawn, cum laude. Komal Asit Mesvani. Luke J. Merzievsky. Jeremy Edward Anderson Miller. Anushka Mishra. Patrick Thomas Mohorsik, cum laude. Alexander Douglas Moore, cum laude. Nathaniel William Moore. Robert John Molnar, cum laude. Maria Maricela Mullen. Tigler Douglas Munn. Gary Allen Montine, Jr. Danielle Vlejos Muster, cum laude. Kent Daniel Nakamoto, summa cum laude. Yeah. Oh, we have to wait for and Keitha Nanjaraj. Mohammed Nabi Mustafa Njaye. Emily Sarah Neal, cum laude. Lisa Kathleen Nice, magna cum laude. Hope Elizabeth Nelson. Chuk An T. Wen. Juan Qua Nagian, summa cum laude. Ivy Doan Nguyen. Hao Huang Wen, cum laude. Alexander Simon Nicholson. Sarah Ann Noakes, magna cum laude. Stephanie Rose Neller. Isaac Michael Nordmo. Jacob Anthony Knoll. Axel Jacques Nunez. Daria Leach Oberholzer, cum laude. Caroline Elizabeth Obermeyer. Elizabeth Abella Obi, magna cum laude. Erin Margaret Ridge O'Leary. Sarah Ayumi Onitsuka, cum laude. Rose Lynn Osborne, cum laude. Jordan Elizabeth Alette. Alexandra K. Pacheco. Ashley Padilla. Sarah Christine Padrut. Avery Weston Parker. Noah William Parker. Hannah Eliza Passmore, cum laude. Mateja Pazrakovich, cum laude. Joshua David Payne. Matthew James Peck. Dylan Paul Peterson, magna cum laude. Christian Peralta. Christopher James Perrin, cum laude. Emma Antonia Patasis. Yvonne Sophia Petek, cum laude. Trenton Edward Feister, magna cum laude. Han Min Pham, cum laude. Clarissa Ann Piccolo. Ashley Christine Fassard, cum laude. Matthew James Plessinger, summa cum laude. Jesse Anjali Bradley Hoyman. Catherine Marie Randazzo, cum laude. Zoe Claire Rankin, cum laude. Amberly Camille Ray, magna cum laude. Caitlin Marie Rail, cum laude. Emily Ann Kirkpatrick Resenstreit, in absentia. Emily Louise Robato, cum laude. Laura Caitlin Rickey. Alice Margaret Ruth Reitz, magna cum laude. Peter Allen Roach. Brian Michael Robb. Aaron Cornell Roberson, Jr. Emma Rudderoth Roderick. Alexa Charlene Simone Rojas, cum laude. Janelle Evelyn Romagnoli. Victoria Shaw Roney. Helen Langley Rooker, magna cum laude. Natalie Ann Rummel. Jillian Dale Saconia, magna cum laude. Catherine Ann Sane. Bonita Dominique Salmeron. Nanak Singh Saran. Michael Derek Saradakis, cum laude. Evan William Schneider. Dory Teresa Schramm, cum laude. Sophie Alicia Schramm, cum laude. Emma Kate Schroeter. Derek Brent Schwartz. Kristen Nicole Scott. Olivia Eileen Seal. Myra Seno, cum laude. Margaret Natalie Sestito, magna cum laude. Zubin Sethi. Eric Liam Severson. Hannah Elise Sexton. Matthew Thomas Paler Shearer. Mara Delaney Sheben. Jennifer Ann Shepard. Aki Tanai Sherrill. Lango Sashisia. Cum laude. Taylor Noel Sikich. Jonah Wesley Singer. Haley Elizabeth Skeens, magna cum laude. Jeffrey John Scarota. Adam Nicole Smith, cum laude. Dana Michelle Smith, summa cum laude. Keandra Alexis Smith. Madeline Elizabeth Smith. Nathaniel Jeffrey Smith. Cameron Sinclair Smythe. Jacob Rodney Sparks, cum laude in absentia. Scott Alexander Stako. Maurice D'Angelo Starks. Aaron Jacob Sterling. Ari Doran Stern, magna cum laude. Marie Stoyer, cum laude. Jenna Christine Steika, cum laude. Natalie Ann Sullivan, cum laude. Vilius Andreas Solness. William Andrew Swales, Jr. Wenshun Tang. Maxwell Henry Taylor, cum laude. Zane Reed Thornburg, magna cum laude. Scarlett Victoria Thorpe. Sabrina Sarah Toby, cum laude. Harrison Gilbert Todd, magna cum laude. Andrew Brian Torno. Lisette Torres Escobedo. Trang Ming Tring. Brenda Sneho Traveldi. Elizabeth Shenling Tuan. Brendan Gerard Tully. Nikhil Tumalapalli. Matthew Solomon Terrell. Randall Kevin Turner II. Chandler Mark Twyman. James Blake Usher. Manognia Thanajuraju, cum laude. Avi Vayopaya, summa cum laude. Shiwana Viral, magna cum laude. Abigail Margaret Varlin. Carl Anson Vaughn, cum laude. Emily Rose Velichka, summa cum laude. Aria Nelson Venick. Jessica Ann Verghese. Benjamin Nicholas Vesper, cum laude. Joseph Randall Vickers. Minerva Alicia Virajarzasada Serrano. Sarah Ann Vunk. Fang Tao Vu, cum laude. Vi Tuang Vu, magna cum laude. Morgan Elise Wagers. Haven Charles Burris Wagner. Justine Elizabeth Walker, summa cum laude. Natalie Claire Walsh. Elise Gabriel Walzer. Clark Weekett Wang. Guanrong Wang. Justin Joseph Warner, cum laude. Oliver Summers Warren, magna cum laude. Chloe Renee Wasserman. Kavanti David Weekly. Jacob Levitt Windling. Sophia Elizabeth Weiss. Ian Devin Weissman, cum laude. Ariel Faith Welch. Amanda Iris Wells. Emmett William Worthman, cum laude. Nicole Renee West, cum laude. Jack Shannon Whalen. Evan Olivia White. Hannah Rose White, magna cum laude. Jennifer May Whitehall, magna cum laude. Samantha Marie Wigley. Nicholas David Wilcher. Danielle Thomas Wilcox, cum laude. Ann Claxton Wilkinson. Felicia Michelle Williams. Grace Tahira Williams. Spencer Baldwin Williams. Catherine Marie Witt, cum laude. Ryan Edward Woby. Kevin Alexander Wilkeson, summa cum laude. David Michael Wolshire. Abigail Burke Woltman. Spencer Barry Wood. Emma Magdalene Woods, cum laude. Anna Kathleen Woods, summa cum laude. Kimberly Dahlman Wooster. Farron Ronell Wright, cum laude. Freya Wu, cum laude. Ralph Shu, cum laude. Yitu Shu. Jen Shu. Lee Taylor Yartz, magna cum laude. Selena Marie Yosef. Lindsay Beth Zelvin, magna cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Zer. Tina Jing. Jingrong Tru, cum laude. Michelle Zuniga Lopez. President Bolton, it is my honor to present the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Music and Bachelor of Music Education for May 14th, 2018.
Would the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Music and Bachelor of Music Education for May 14th, 2018, please come forward?
William King Barnett, cum laude. Catherine Gillies Yikes, cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Swirscable, magna cum laude. Cynthia Carol Underwood, magna cum laude. Emily Faith Ebert, cum laude. Alyssa Therese Emery.
Would the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Music Education please rise? And now, by the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio and by the vote of the faculty and the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you individually and collectively your respective degrees, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, or Bachelor of Music Education, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations! You may now move your tassels to the left. It's now my pleasure to introduce the president of the Wooster Alumni Association, Kenneth Aldridge, class of 1990.
Congratulations. Good afternoon. As President Bolton said, my name is Ken Aldridge. I'm a member of the class of 1990, and I currently serve as president of the college's Alumni Board and Alumni Association. So my official role right now, this afternoon, is welcome you as members of the Alumni Association, as our recent graduates of the College of Wooster. You are now joining, please, go ahead. You are joining a membership that is 25,000 plus strong. Over this commencement weekend, you've heard many themes related to the story of growth, with a primary focus on your own growth over these past few years at Wooster. My remarks will continue this narrative of growth as it relates to you, the college's newest graduates, and my hope for each of you is that you will continue to write your own individual stories of growth as you leave Wooster. Since you're now Wooster graduates, you know the impact of lifelong learning, especially when you've learned at the elbow of a mentor. Some of you have already started your journeys as mentors to others, so in some small way, you are beginning to pay it forward. As each of you knows, there is a wonderful tapestry of Wooster traditions, the tartan plaid, bagpipes, enthusiastic support for our athletic teams, opportunities for formal and informal student activism, and of course, independent study, just to name a few. Instead of diving into any of those traditions today, I want to share another great tradition that I've witnessed over the past 48 hours. What I witness each time I visit this campus, and what I both witnessed and experienced when I was a student at the college. This is philanthropy for the love of the College of Wooster. Business Dictionary provides the following definition for philanthropy. A Greek term which directly translated means love of mankind. Philanthropy is an idea, event, or action that is done to better humanity and usually involves some sacrifice as opposed to being done for profit motive. We know too that acts of philanthropy include donating money to a charity, volunteering at a local shelter, or raising money to donate to a charity. So today, I'm encouraging you to think about your own individual acts of philanthropy to the College of Wooster through your time, through your treasure, and through your talent. Time and again, Wooster students, faculty, and our graduates witness love of the college through events or actions that are done to better this wonderful institution. As some of you experienced this year with the Galpin Call-In, you've expressed your love for this school with some self-sacrifice to make this a better institution and campus environment. I enjoyed reading 4 unique perspectives from the senior viewpoints in the May 4th edition of the Wooster Voice. The 4 senior editors, Meg, Tristan, Brendan, and Ashley, offered 4 prospective students to returning students. And I hope Meg, Tristan, Brendan, and Ashley will allow me a bit leeway and license as I extend their themes to you. While I won't go into deep detail about each of their reflections, I was struck by 4 themes. Stay close to people who care about Wooster, funding for the Wooster Voice, maintaining the school's reputation in Wooster, Ohio, and being unafraid to take risks. I believe these are wonderful lessons for life and to each of you. So no matter where you are, find your people, your niche. Stay close to the people who are just as passionate about the work you are doing. As you develop your love for new adventures, be comfortable in organizational analysis, identifying areas for growth, especially where your organization has direct impact on your local community. Simultaneously, be unafraid to take the road less traveled. Endeavor to try something new. Finally, while it is imperative to be forward-facing, be courageous and look inward. Carefully examine protocols that may create undue harm for those who matter most, those within the organization. As you leave the college, I invite you to think about the alumni gifts of treasure, time, and talent that have shaped the quality of your Wooster experience. Ruminate on the alum who provided mentorship in Apex. Consider the Wooster graduate who volunteers with the admissions office. I invite you to think about the Wooster Fund, which supports financial aid for students, resources for faculty, and supports this beautiful campus. What I know for sure is that Wooster students benefit from our network of graduates, our own Tartan clan. Yesterday's baccalaureate speaker, Dr. Emily Wiltie, talked about what she wrote in some of her first-year journal entries. In one of those offerings, Dr. Wiltie described her initial reaction to graduates coming back to campus. Her campus for homecoming. In her words, she described the moment as alums invading her space. So class of 2018, I invite you to do the same for the college's future students. Invade their space. Do for them what graduates did for Emily, did for me, and have done for you. Let them know the magic of Wooster. Demonstrate your love for this school through your acts of philanthropy. You have an incredible network of fellow alumni who stand ready to assist you as you start this new adventure. We wish you much success. Congratulations, and go Scots.
Friends, will you please join me in a spirit of prayer? Spirit of life and joy, we pause to acknowledge the sacredness of this thin place, this threshold moment, this transition from what has been to what will be. It is hard to put into words our gratitude, but we rejoice for journeys long in the making, for waypoints that mark the end of one chapter and set the stage for the next, for a day that some thought would never come. We give thanks for all that has conspired to make this moment a reality. The families given and chosen, that nurtured, prodded, and encouraged. The mentors who believed, challenged, taught, and listened. The community of friends and fictive kin who loved, cried, hoped, and persisted. And the countless individuals who labored behind the scenes in small and large ways to help pave the path for what lies ahead. We are awash in the sacredness of this moment, a moment when this class joins the Wooster family of every time and place, not as students, but as graduates, as elders who will continue to shape this college for decades to come. May we go forth from this space, inspired by these graduates. May their spirits be awakened to adventure. May their hearts be full of audacious action. And may they have courage to live lives that they will love, to dream beyond their imaginations, and then discover the incomparable joy of all that awaits. Bless these graduates, that their lives of consequence will be set the world alight with passion, integrity, wisdom, and love. Amen.
Thank you all for coming to Wooster's 148th commencement, and a final congratulations to all of the members of the class of 2018. At the conclusion of our ceremonies, I welcome students and families to gather near the departmental standards, which are on the north side of Calc Hall in the Oak Grove, and where students can receive congratulations and offer thanks. You can also find refreshments and more water up here on the second floor of the Scott Center, as well as under the tent at Lowry. So at this time, I would like to invite the Scott Pipers to come forward to the platform to lead us out in honor of our newest class of College of Wooster graduates. Congratulations, everyone.